Alrighty, I've been hearing a lot about Syria recently, so let's pop over to the InfoWars and see what's going on. Heavy combat, ethnic cleaning continues in Syria after Wednesday's ceasefire fails. So yeah, I'm not surprised the ceasefire failed. I mean, I didn't even know there was one, but it doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, let's continue. Intense fighting took place between Bedouin tribes and the Druze militants. You know what? Up until today, I didn't even know the Druze were a thing. Didn't even know they existed. Notably, the new Al-Qaeda-like government tentatively backs the Bedouin tribes while Israel vocally backs the Druze militants. Bedouin and tribal fighters deploy at the western entrance of Syria's Druze heartland of Suwaidi on July 18, 2025. Armed tribes supported by Syria's Islamist-led government clashed with the Druze fighters in the community's Suwaidi heartland on July 18th, a day after the army withdrew under Israel bombardment and diplomatic pressure. Alright, so I'm going to pop in this video here I found, and then I'll continue on.
Well, the sad thing is that in Syria, it's not only the Druze who are being massacred, it's also the Christians. The Christians were massacred first. Unfortunately, there's no one really to stand up for the Christians. And the reason why Israel is coming to the aid of the Druze is because the Druze in Israel serve in the IDF. They are IDF members. Half of their family members live on the other side inside Syria. So what's happening right now are the Druze who serve in the IDF in Israel are putting pressure on the Israeli government saying, hey, we're laying our life here in the defense of the state of Israel. Our families are being massacred on the other side. You need to get involved. You need to go and help. Otherwise, we're going to go in and help.
So, props to the Druze for putting their feet down and saying, hey, Israel, our people are getting killed. We fight for you. Now you can fight for us. So, props to them on that. Now, I don't know if this is accurate, but this is from some Syrian girl. The Druze minority announced they will ethnically clean the Bedouin minority all over Suwaidi. Welcome to the new Syria, where Israel arms both sides. Yeah, pretty much tribal warfare. I mean, the Druze fight for Israel, so I think they're arming them. I don't know about the Bedouins, but I wouldn't be surprised, because war's a racket, right?
So Israel had to get involved. And this is exactly why Israel is in, trying to secure that area, trying to secure the Druze, and hopefully the Christians will benefit in the process. But look, the Islamic State and the leader is a problem. Remember, he is the leader of Syria right now. Jalani is the baby child, basically, of Al-Qaeda and ISIS combined. And I know that the West is trying to recruit him to become, to sign off on the Abraham Accord, join, etc. But the massacres that are happening right now in Syria need to get under control.
So wait a minute. This Jelani guy, the leader of terror, is so awful the West is trying to get him to sign the Abraham Accords? Do you really think he'll honor a piece of paper? I don't think so. And that reminds me, didn't I make a video a while back about Israel attacking Bashir al-Assad? Let me check that. So here's what I found on Google. Yes, Israel engaged in military actions against the regime of Bashir al-Assad in Syria, particularly intensifying its operations in late 2024, so sometime last year, following the rebellion offensive that toppled Assad's government. Israel justified these attacks by citing the need to prevent Iranian-backed groups such as
Hezbollah. This is it. You go down in the first. Make a lot of people a lot of money.
from acquiring advanced weaponry to neutralize potential threats from Syria's military infrastructure. So wait a minute. If this Google thing is accurate, Israel attacked Syria to neutralize Assad to keep other factions from getting advanced weaponry. What? Maybe it's just me, but if Israel didn't want those weapons falling into the wrong hands, like, oh, I don't know.
The leader of Syria right now, Jolani, is the baby child, basically, of Al Qaeda and ISIS combined.
So here's a thought. What if instead of attacking Syria and Assad, what if, get this, Israel helped Assad? Because Assad is the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. And again, Israel didn't want other groups getting a hold of Syria's weaponry. So instead of bombing Syria, maybe they should have helped Syria. Because this reminds me of a saying about the Middle East. You off one despot, one dictator, and another one will take their place. And more often than not, they're worse. And what did that lady say? Jelani, the leader of terror. Catchy. However, if I'm not mistaken, Assad is pro-Russian, so can't have that. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's in Russia, but I could be wrong. So summarizing this video and wrapping her up, I guess all these Syrian refugees that are in Europe, I guess they won't be going home anytime soon. So yeah, I like this meme. Anyway, take care out there in Clown World.